Welcome to the 2021 Beverly High School National Honor Society induction ceremony.
Good evening. Would you all please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? Afterwards, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem and by the BHS Vocal Ensemble, conducted by Ms. Lynn Polanin-Goodlick. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do say, can you see by the dawn's early light that so proudly hailed and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous sky?
Hello and welcome to the 2021 Beverly High School National Honor Society induction ceremony. We are here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty and who are now completing their candidacy to become members of our chapter. For those members among us or any former here watching this evening, we hope that this ceremony will serve as a reminder of the standards that you too are charged with maintaining as members of the country's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. Our chapter is proud to have been inducting new members for several years, and today's ceremony indicates a continuing emphasis on excellence for our students and within our community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for others throughout the school. However, this would not be possible without the tireless work of many influential teachers. We would like to take a moment this evening to recognize those teachers. In addition to the strong academic requirements which provide eligibility for our membership, our members also act as leaders within the school, in school-based organizations, and in the community at large. Over the course of the past year, our chapter, as well as everyone else, has run into issues which have challenged the globe. The pandemic, however, while providing new and unforeseen challenges, is also an opportunity for our members to act. Our chapter has rededicated itself to serving the community through the individual actions of its members, and that mantle now gets passed on to the incoming inductees. And now, I would like to introduce our principal, Mrs. Betty Taylor, who will offer congratulatory remarks to the new inductees.
Welcome to our honored guests, parents and family members, National Honor Society members, and our National Honor Society induction candidates. Thank you for joining us for the National Honor Society induction ceremony. We are holding a virtual ceremony, but the pride we feel in our students' accomplishments is not virtual and remote, but actual and authentic. Let me first recognize and thank our two faculty advisors for the National Honor Society, Ms. Barbara Fecto and Mr. Samuel Stanchel, who have done both virtual and live work with our students. And I'd also like to thank our parents who've continued to support this school and their child throughout their high school career, and in particular throughout this remarkably difficult year. I would suggest to our National Honor Society students that now is the time to recognize all the planning, provisions, worry, and love that your parents have put into your success. Today, we celebrate our students who have worked throughout their high school career to embody the everyday pillars of the National Honor Society, the qualities of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. And this school year has been a true challenge for anyone who wants to practice these qualities. Disruptive schedules, disrupted attendance, and disruptive instruction have certainly rutted the path to scholarship. And there are so many needs for services now, including within our own families, that it's hard to focus on the right cause. Leadership in a time of uncertainty is always difficult. And certainly, if character's been shaped through challenge, then our characters have been hammered into shape this year. What I have seen is that our successful students have practiced this year qualities or habits that support scholarship, service, leadership, and character. These are quiet qualities, not flashy. Some would even consider boring and dull, but they are the habits that build up all our strengths. The person who regularly practices these habits, the person with patience who can wait and believe that things will happen in time, the person with persistence who has the drive to keep going, and the person with a sense of responsibility, who is trustworthy and accountable. That is the person who is successful this school year. That is the person who reinforced the qualities of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. And that is the person who will do well in the future. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. So today, I congratulate our patient, persistent, responsible students, and I wish them well as they continue on their path to excellence. Thank you.
It is at this time that we proclaim to all watching that membership into the Beverly High School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these inductees through effective demonstration of the 4 qualities which make up the standards for the chapter. Current members will now review those standards for the incoming members. We start with scholarship.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education is ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service.
My office is service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or public recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Leadership.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals to success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. Congratulations to all of you.
Character.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, will new inductees please rise, raise your right hand, and repeat after me in our pledge. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true in the principles for which it stands, and will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Thank you.
Lucas Aguirre, Sydney Anderson, Olivia Ehrenberg, Linnea Avola, Sarah Barth, Joseph Battistelli, William Baumel, Thomas Beasley, Henry Bell, Haley Bello, Eliza Bichiri, Carson Breen, Connor Busick, Justin Cahill, Andrew Corella, Angela Sapoli, Malia Cole, Erin Collins, Isabel Concanon, Will Consoli, Grace Coughlin, Kaylee Crowell, Samuel Cullen, Ann Curtin, Michaela Del Rosario, Joshua Demers, Natasha Devlin, Ava Dickman, David DePietro, Caroline Dufresne, Kira Dunleavy, Jamie DuPont, Eliza Fielder, Nicholas Fox, Griffin Francis, Madeline Frost, Cooper Gavin, Kaylin Germond, Nicholas Gribbins, Sophia Hashi, Aidan Halligan, Connor Hathaway, Jordan Humdy, Zoe Jackson, William Johnstone, Mia Kasperowitz, Kate Kelsey, Nora Kirsten, William Kilcoyne, Lily Kumar, Beatrice Lesser, Caden Lippy, Rebecca Lavasco, Robert Lyons, Adelaide Maloney, Harrison Mann, Hannah McCarthy, Kira Marr, Olivia Merritt, Dahlia Miller, Ella Mills, Matthew Mida, Megan Mitchell, Sarah Morey, Evan Mascarello, Kendall Nolan, Owen O'Brien, Thomas Oberlander, Mars Orfanos, Alson Pashai, Emily Pastorello, Maja Pavia, Chloe Pearson, Jillian Pelletier, Emily Peterson, Savannah Pichelt, Caroline Plose, Reagan Redmond, Sarah Robinson, Sierra Sadowski, Madison Saunders, Sophia Schlickman, Thomas Schroeder, Benjamin Shea, Lucia Simeone, Harrison Skilling, Graham Spadell, Emily Stillwell, Alyssa Sullivan, Julia Sunderland, Ella Swartz, Alexander Tallow, Matthew Tallow, Olivia Thompson, Brady Trask, Carissa Turner, Alexander Vienne, Emily Young, Olivia Young, Cole Youngring.
Each year, our chapter members are asked to select someone to be the keynote speaker at our induction ceremony. This year, our speaker was unanimously voted for the tremendous impact they've had on our students' education, but also on their emotional well-being during this very difficult time. It is my pleasure to introduce Beverly High School English teacher, Melissa Orr.
I want to say thank you, Ms. Bechto, Mr. Sanchel, NHS, for having me speak to you tonight. It's an honor, and I want to explain why. I remember sitting in my high school auditorium, and I had to pretend to listen to some alum of my high school I can't tell you anything about. And I would have paid a large sum of money to be able to just put him on mute on my computer while I was eating Little Italy on the other side of my house. I just am so jealous. But let's get down to it. My freshman year report card, it read D, D minus, D plus, D, in only one subject. But embarrassingly enough, that subject was English. Sad, right? It was the same year, my freshman year, that I physically took myself off of the field hockey team because I couldn't keep up for the practice. I would go home and crash. Well, I had to figure out how I was going to comprehend and study English, and I was fixated on how so many other people around me were doing so much better than me in both academics and athletics, two things that I had loved and still love. But that year, the year I had just been inducted the summer before into the Junior National Honor Society, I was seeing my friends succeed while feeling like a failure myself. So why am I telling you this? Because scholarship doesn't have to be achieved in a year, or 4 years, or 10 years, or 15 years. Scholarship is so much more. It wasn't until I felt like I had nothing to lose and trained harder to be a better athlete and studied harder to be a better student, not until then that I was actually happy. I was inducted into the same prestigious society as you are tonight because after I thought it was impossible after that freshman year, I just pursued what I enjoyed. I took electives I was interested in and fewer AP classes my friends were. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about scholarship, and I crammed for a few AP tests myself, but it's the true passion to learn that helps you, and that's why I wanted to be a teacher, because I found that passion and I wanted to teach other kids, not so much English, but help them understand English, because I struggled in English. I went to a business school thinking that I was going to be some shoe designing businesswoman, and I came out a teacher after a brief experience designing shoes. But that freshman year helped me build my character. I grew more resilient from it, and I am still continuously tested with setbacks in my life that test my strength. This year, I'm assuming, is one of those years for many of you. Rather than using this year as remote and hybrid learning, an excuse or a detriment to your education, I'm going to challenge you. Cultivate a what do I have to lose attitude. For some of you, you might be starting new in the fall. For some of you, it might be more of a challenge that you might be willing to take. You're in control. What you have and what you put into your studies is what you're going to take and get out of them. Although this is true for every school year, this year more than others. Find those strengths and interests you have and add more to your year. If you have found an art outlet, create a YouTube channel demonstrating how to create art projects or drawings for younger kids who are struggling too. If you've cultivated a love for cooking, create a Snapchat or Instagram account for people to follow, teaching them your new techniques. If family right now is your paramount concern and responsibility, then good for you. And I want you to organize some way to motivate those closest to you to just be a little bit happier in the circumstances you're dealt. Organize a family game night, or maybe a riveting extended family game of charades via FaceTime. Anything that will make those around you smile. Because it's what you do in these moments that test you, and they mold you into the person that people will see. And remember, Because I'm older than I'd like to admit, and my cell phone didn't connect to the internet, and any text messages I sent or received cost 10 cents each, I didn't have the creative abilities that all of you have right now. I had to do a little bit more hands-on service. I can only tell you this. Do what you can do for who you can with the means you're able. The trick is, if you do it and hate doing it, people will be able to tell. It's kind of hard to fake. If you find joy in what you're doing while you're doing it, people will also be able to tell. And any good teacher will let you know it doesn't really matter as much what you remember, but it's how you felt while you were trying to remember. Attitude is everything, and a positive attitude does a great service, especially to those who need it most. For those of you who have had my class, you may know that I try to teach a love of learning rather than just pretending. I know I am one of those annoying teachers, and I'm sorry. I might ask you questions about pizza toppings and things that you've watched recently. And it's because in those moments, outside of the curriculum, I'm still able to teaching you to communicate and stand up for yourself and argue and formulate arguments, hopefully sociably and responsibly and respectfully. Hopefully you can use some experience like this to empathize more strongly, not only with your classmates and peers, but your teachers too. We're humans. It's weird though. This year you'd think we were YouTube stars. I swear. You don't have to hit the subscribe or like button. I'm not going away. I'm gonna end with this. So many of you are great leaders. All of you have the potential to be impactful leaders. Leaders of teams, leaders of clubs, leaders of camps, leaders of scouts, leaders on the dance floor, leaders of your best friend's birthday car parade. Are those still a thing? I don't know. But to be a good leader, you need the other 3 pillars to be strong. Scholarship. Think about what you need to know to be a good leader. And knowing what you don't know is just as important, but being able to admit that you don't know what you don't know is even more important. Being open to learning and adapting to new information, however, that's crucial. Service. Think about the causes you care about most. Personal affiliation or experience usually helps. If you are fortunate enough to not have been in the position of some others, then having empathy for those who lack things that you have and taking the time to listen is the first big step. Character. Be honest about what you take interest in. The most genuine people have the hardest time giving up on what they try to pursue. And if they do find themselves in a spot where they need to pass that torch, they're true enough to what they want to support, that they want to help those willing to take over and are just as happy to see them succeed, so long as someone does. So I hope this was what Ms. Bechtel and Mr. Stanchel and the National Honor Society wanted me to do. I can't remember what the seemingly accomplished person said at my NHS induction, but I hope someone took something out of this, and hopefully they remember that. What I really hope is that it's not the part where Mrs. Orr almost failed English. But you know what? If you're hooked on that, then keep in mind this. I did exceptionally well my junior year, to the point where I vividly remember my English teacher writing me a glowing recommendation and bragging about it in front of me to my freshman year English teacher. There is no better success or motivation to want to do better than that. Congratulations, all of you. Keep on keeping on. And thank you all. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on more things that interest you. And it's never too late to unfollow and start your own account. Have a great night. Congratulations.
Thank you all for attending the 2021 National Honor Society induction ceremony. Please join me once again in congratulating all our new inductees. Thank you, and good night.
Another day in a room locked away from the golden light. Another day missing the old ways when everything felt alright. Every day is exactly the same, at least through my own eyes. And yesterday I let the pain crawl into my mind. But this morning got out of bed and looked outside. Realize there's no more reasons left to cry. The sun still rises, made it through another week. I got a lot of patience, but have some unrealistic dreams. Is life still worth living if there are so many changes? Would I know the answer if I wasn't stuck here waiting? Another day to sit around and complain that the world isn't fair. Another day going slightly insane, but pretending that I don't care. Some days don't know how to explain the feeling of despair. And today there's a rush in my veins. I wanna go somewhere. This evening I watch the people passing by. Realized it's finally time to go outside. The sun still rises, made it through another week. I got a lot of patience, but have some unrealistic dreams. Is life still worth living if there are so many changes? Would I know the answer if I wasn't stuck here waiting? Maybe there's a million chances that escape from me. Maybe there's a world of fresh air, but I've forgotten how to breathe. If I stand, if I break the door, maybe there's a billion opportunities